It's your board game dessert time, folks. It's time for another game pie. Game pie is when Mandy and I serve up a selection of games curated by our good taste and our whims because we don't really like ranking things for like a top 5 or a top 10. And we love pastries. So bringing those all together, here we are, game pie. The game pie of the day is games we're excited for that we saw at PAX Unplugged. Now, for those of you who listen to our podcast, you heard us talk about our PAX Unplugged experiences pretty much in depth in episode 33 of the Salt and Sass podcast. And we promised we would be talking about some of the games we saw and bought and brought home. Now, these are not necessarily games that we have played yet, they're just games that we're super hyped for. And the way that the board game industry works is a lot of games aren't released at PAX Unplugged, so we understand some of these may have been out longer in other places or whatnot, but PAX Unplugged is where we saw them, so we are serving them up here today. Mandy, anything to add, or would you like to serve up the first slice?
Oh no, I'm excited to jump right in, if that's okay.
Please.
And for those who are cannot see, and I forgot to mention this earlier, not feeling so well. I know we mentioned that at the top, and I know Suzanne isn't either, but Suzanne definitely looks more professional. I've got the avocado Udi on with like matching ish headphones, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with it. It's unfortunate I don't have a game about avocados, but here we are. So just throwing that out there for those of you watching, like Mandy, what's going on? Okay, I digress. First slice of pie for me is Mother of Frankenstein, and this is from Arcane Wonders. There are 3 boxes. Yes, I said it. Volumes 1, 2, and 3 are like, what? And I got a little bit of a rundown, but it's one of those games which I plan to play solo, but it's like puzzle. You know what I mean? Trying to find out the mystery and the puzzle and the story behind, well, Mother of Frankenstein and her life. So I am actually really excited because and I don't know if this is like a spoiler. I don't think it is, but no, it's not a spoiler. I'm going to say it. There's like a 3D thing that happens. So there is a 3D puzzle to look forward to in this game. I don't know how I'm going to stream that, but I don't care. We'll get there. So Mother of Frankenstein, really excited to play it. I like the theme, the idea, the whole thing.
It sounds cool. First slice up for me, Archaeologic. Archaeologic is a deduction game being published by Ludonaut. It looks absolutely fascinating. You're trying to find some famous city, some lost city, and there is a cog system, which hopefully I like it compared to other games with cog systems, and it uses polyominoes with different
Ooh,
shapes on it as well. Exactly, Mandy's making the face of like, ooh, because
yes.
exactly polyominoes and deduction. I'm here for it. Also, I had a friend who played it at the first look area and said it
Okay.
was awesome. So,
Ooh.
Archaeologic, I'm super excited for.
I think I've heard this and it sounds pretty good. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you had me at polyominoes. All right. Well, my second slice of pie. This is thanks to a recommendation from Randy. Thanks, Randy. And the game is called Ban San. And I think I'm saying that correctly. And I think it looks like Luma is publishing it. And it's a game that I think I don't know a ton about it. It's looked really cool. But I think it happens in like the marketplace. And I think it's an Asian marketplace. I'm not sure specifically if it's Malaysia, but it is in that part of the world. So I apologize if that isn't correct. But it's you're trying to sell your food and all of your things, but also not have your garbage area kind of like overflow. And I don't know why I was very excited about the garbage cans that were in there. Like they're just like really thick tokens, but they're so bright and colorful. I'm like, we want to keep those nice and tidy and clean and keep all that garbage in check. I'm not selling it, but I'm telling you, looks so cute. So Ben Sen, that's as much as you're getting from me right now because I don't know a ton about it, but I'm excited to try it.
Cool. I completely know nothing about that one, so that's awesome. Next slice of games out of PAX Unplugged I'm excited for, The Choice. What
Ooh,
choice is it? I don't know, Mandy. It's The Choice.
quel
This
choix.
is a roll and write game designed by Reinhard Stope, and
Ooh,
Reinhard Stope is one of the best designers out there, along with Stefan Bendorf
yep.
of the roll and write genre in terms of the ones that come out that are simple but deep. And here we have the choice. This is from the new publisher Kendi, which I believe was started by a former employee of NSV Games. NSV, of course, has
Right.
published games like 21 and Quicks and things like that. So great pedigree there from a publishing point of view. Apparently, Kendi is focused on lighter, straightforward games that have, some depth to it, exactly like some of the roll and writes that I love. So here we have the choice designed by Reinhard Stope. Regardless of the publisher, I would be in. It does sound interesting in terms of rolling dice and them having colors and numbers and a double sided player sheet.
Hmm.
And you are going to be marking on both sides, following the rules of restriction and misses and things like that. So the choice, I'm super excited. I did buy a copy and I'm super excited to play it soon.
I have not heard of this, so you'll have to, yeah, keep us posted on that one.
That's what this show is for.
Exactly. Buy all the things apparently. So the next slice of pie for me, next game that I'm excited to play more from PAX is called The One Ring, but the Strider mode. So this is an RPG, but the Strider mode makes it solo. And if you haven't deduced from the title, The One Ring, it's definitely Tolkien world here. So, as someone who actually did enjoy The Hobbit, I'm not a super fan, but I do enjoy the movies and the books. I'm actually really excited to try this out. It looks the art in the book is really nice, and this is a Free League has put this together. And side note, Free League is looking to do more solo modes for their RPGs in the coming future, so that'll be like a staple for them. So, the One Ring, I know I've had a lot of people asking about the Strider mode. I'm hoping to get that played within the next few weeks, and I'll be able to talk about it on the podcast. But really excited for this one.
Great. Next slice up for me, Rafter 5. Of course, I am a huge fan of everything that Oink Games produces. I buy every game Games makes regardless, like, I just buy them. Is that an addiction? I don't know. But Rafter 5 has got great buzz. It looks fabulous. It is a dexterity game, but Mandy, I think you might like this one.
Okay.
You use the box to create a little platform. You've got cards that represent raft boards. You've got meeples and treasure chests, and ultimately you're trying to cleverly place these cards and your meeples and your treasure chests so that other people are knocking your treasure chests off. It looks divine. It's got beautiful production, of course, because it's Oink. It's got that lovely small box, and all the people I know who've played it have said it's awesome. So Rafter 5 from Oink Games, cannot wait to play it.
I think I may have seen it at PAX, so it sounds fun. Definitely worth looking into. And my last slice of pie is one that is not available yet, but it was shown to me at PAX from the staff at All Play, and that is River Valley. Not gonna lie, it's kind of mean, but not mean at the same time. I don't know. It looks I'm not selling it very well, but it was fun. I just didn't do very well with it because placement really matters. But definitely the theme of the stream and having your stones from the stream on your board and making sure, having certain stones that are certain value in certain places. Like there's lots to consider. And I definitely look forward to doing a lot better than I did on my first play. So I think this is one that's going to be available eventually in box stores, if I'm not mistaken. So look
Cool.
forward to it coming out, and then they're gonna have slightly different versions of it as well, as in like a deluxe, more deluxe version, not as much. I'm really excited for people to try it, and that's River Valley.
Excellent. All right, folks. The last slice of PAX Unplugged game pie that we are serving up is pies. That's right.
I
Pies,
like it.
the game. This is from All Play, who often publishes very clever games in a small box format. Pies fits that bill. I would have been excited about pies regardless because, of course, pies are involved. And the cover of the game just has the big word pies and this big, gorgeous illustration of a
Yes.
wonderful looking cherry pie.
Yum, yum, yum.
But when I found out what pies actually is, I got actually even more exciting because pies is All Play's rendition of a game called Pie Malflaumen, which is a trick-taking game that was released years ago. For those of you listening, Mandy is making the O
I
face
love that
because
game
it is
so
exciting.
much.
Exactly. Exactly. Unfortunately, Pie Malflaumen went through some rights ownership with a publisher that went under and all this other stuff. And who knows? Like, I had no idea what was going to happen with it. Well, thank goodness All Play grabbed it. So I haven't played Pies, but I have played Pie Malflaumen a lot because I've been lucky enough to have it. It's a trick taking game. It's designed by the amazing designer Matthias Kramer, who designed games like Rococo and Croftwagon and Glenmore. So amazing designer cred. Anybody who played the original Plums or Pi Malflamen knows that that is a trick-taking game, was incredibly clever and innovative and fun.
So good.
So here we have Pies bringing that all back with the new absolutely amazing theme and illustrations. Pies, if you like trick-taking, you gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Which
I'm
is
so
funny
excited about
and
Pies.
so appropriate for this show because it wasn't I kept pronouncing it Pimalflaumen because I think it was in German. I don't know, I was probably
Mm,
saying it wrong, but it had pi, like literal, like
I
3.14,
I know.
which is our
That
show,
is part of the game.
and
It
then
is
you
incorporated
ended
into the game.
on pies, like eating pies, like our show. Like, this was made for our show. I'm sorry. And everybody, if you want to see a really old video of me with the old gang from To Die For Games, um, Pimal Flamen is on this channel. We did a little snippet of how to play this game on the channel, so
That's
feel
awesome.
free to that's a throwback, but 10 out of 10, do recommend. Very good. Oh, I'm so excited. I didn't
Right?
know that.
Exactly. So, folks, those are some of the games. Wow, excuse me. I know I, folks, those are some of the games that we saw at PAX Unplugged that we are so excited for. If you attended PAX Unplugged, what did we miss? I mean, the first look area alone had so many great looking games. It was impossible to hit them all or see them all or even find out about them all. So we'd love to hear from you if you have any games that were in PAX Unplugged that we have missed that you think we would like. You can, of course, email us with that at saltandsassgames@gmail.com. Or if I get off my but and remember to set up the Board Game Geek thread. Sorry, folks. We also have threads for each episode on boardgamegeek.com in our guild. That's Guild 4131. Please chime in there, say hi, and tell us about games that you're excited for out of PAX Unplugged.
Right. And well, we're on the socials, all the social media things. So if you're watching this video, hello. We're on YouTube as well as Twitch at Salt and Sass Games. We are also on Twitter. That's right, I said Twitter. Salt N Sass Games. So not and, Salt N Sass Games. I too am on the socials. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the things under 613 Mandy, and that's Mandy with an I. How about you, Suzanne? Where can we find you?
And you can find me on all the social media platforms at 425 Suzanne. Whether you are celebrating a holiday right now or not, we hope that you really enjoy the last couple of weeks of 2023. Please enjoy family, friends, and food as best you can. Stay hydrated and play a lot of games, of course. We will be back with next episode and next year.
Exactly.
We'll see you then.
All right. Bye, everybody. This episode was sponsored by Druid City Games, where player experience comes first. Check out all of their great games at druidcitygames.com.